Closed captioning of West Coast Sporting Journal is brought to you by your BC Ford store and wholesale sports and outdoor outfitters. Hunting, fishing, camping. West Coast Sporting Journal with Mark Pentleton is being brought to you by Blue Fox. Nothing outfishes the fox. Lure Jensen, legendary fishing lures. Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line. Rapala, world-class fishing gear.
On this week's edition of West Coast Sporting Journal, I'll be traveling up to the Kootenays region of the province to Cranbrook, British Columbia, meeting up with Paul Samcia and Steve Harris, guides with the Elk River Guiding Company. My guest this week will be Brian Chan, a fisheries biologist from the Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, and we go in search of monster bull trout after ice-off on the Kootenay River. We'll be covering the latest fly fishing techniques and strategies for these fish that can reach 25 pounds and be over 30 years old. I'm with Paul Samcia today from Elk River Guiding. We've worked together for a lot of years. When it comes to the Kootenays, there's not many people that know it better for fly fishing. As you can see from the dedication, Paul takes fly fishing seriously. And today we're going to be on a very unique thing that's never been filmed before. It's a bull trout safari you're doing and on the Kootenay River and a number of rivers, but today we're going to be on the Kootenay area near Cranbrook. This system's about 100 miles long. It's just a monster river, but we're going to be fishing log jams for these big fish that are old, right?
Definitely, yeah. So we've got a couple of good spots that we kind of done some research on. They continuously hold fish year-round. They're deep runs, and just by working different patterns through these runs, we found it pretty consistent, pretty successful, primarily in the springtime and the fall. Summertime, It's a pretty glacial river, so we focused our efforts on other waters during those kind of time periods, but spring and fall is a really good time to be on the Kootenay.
I'm going to be with a good friend, Brian Chan, and you're going to drop us off here. We're going to take the power drifter, and we're going to fish the day.
Yeah, you'll be fishing with my guide, Steve Harris, and he knows the river well. He'll definitely get you guys into some nice fish.
Let's talk about the rods and reels. On the first rod here, we're using floating lines that look like this in an 8. This is a Sage XI3, beautiful 9-foot rod. We're fishing a floating line for our indicator fishing. Now for our bait fishing or streamer fishing, we're using this Sage TCX. You can see we've got a bait fish pattern on there. I've got Suffix 15.
15 pound is probably about maximum, yeah, in order to get the hooks down there.
These are big fish. And on this one, we're running that standard, you've seen it a lot, is the 24-foot 225 grain. An incredible line, cast right across the stream.
The meat and potatoes seems to be the real big patterns, the big gaudy patterns that get down and get in the fish water.
Because this is what we are imitating right here. Big,
absolutely.
Big sculpin. Like
absolutely.
And that's the camera can see that.
Probably one of my best representations of a sculpin is right there.
So these fish get to 15, 20, 25 pounds water there, buddy.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's where they get big, because they're eating other fish.
So this is a big fish because generally the bottom doesn't move, but this kind of did.
You hit a log and it just didn't move, and then all of a sudden the tips just started to throb, and the logs don't do that.
No.
It's a big fish.
Man, talk about pull.
It just didn't move.
Can you imagine one in the like I'm putting everything on this 8-weight.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I mean, that's a skookum rod.
Unbelievable. Like, how can a fish pull like that? Safari bull trout, Elk River guiding.
Oh, Mark, here's a beautiful Kootenai River bull trout.
Unbelievable.
Look at the condition on that
Kootenays is
fish.
an incredible part of the province, such a diversity of river systems and lakes, and monster bull trout like that. That fish should be 10, 12 years old.
And well, just survive, you know, just made it through the winter, just in great shape.
Beautiful downturned,
Look at the
healthy
girth.
eye. Yeah,
Thick they are.
monster.
Well, let
Yeah.
this fish slide away.
Spring bull trout
Yeah.
fishery. Let's get the next one.
Sounds good.
All right. How do you identify the difference between a dolly varden and a bull trout?
Well, basically the difference, they're both members of the char family. Basically, there's different shapes to the head of the fish, but pretty simple. The dolly varden are more confined to the coast streams that flow into the
Because
Pacific
they're
Ocean.
anadromous.
Yeah, and a lot of them are. They're anadromous, they go to the ocean. And so if you're on the other side of the coast mountain range on the Pacific side, chances are you're going to be catching a dolly varden. And we're on the inland side, right through into Alberta. It's all into the Rockies, both sides of the Rockies. It's all bull trout.
Dawson Creek,
And
East
bull trout.
Country,
Yeah,
bull
it's all
trout.
bull trout.
And these fish, 20, 30 years old, they can be.
They can potentially be that old, and that's you know, that's part of their unique life history, that they do live such a long time, and they can. The other part about bull trout, which really brought the species concern, is that they're highly vulnerable to overfishing, and so if you catch and kill a lot of them in a system, you can, and because they're so old before they mature to spawn for the first time, you can literally extirpate or eliminate a population.
So an incredible species for fly fishing, catch and release.
It's a treat to be able to fish for them.
All right, let's keep at it.
Yeah, you bet.
To the real fish. Here we go, Brian.
Yeah, I know. It's good. He wants this side of the boat, Mark. Oh, it's a nice fish.
On the ferret. The ferret baitfish. Sculpin like, eh, Steve?
Sculpin pattern. Mark,
These are TV fish.
you're on fire.
On fire with
Just-
this pattern that Steve gave me. But it works good. Cortland 225 grain. Unbelievable.
Nice fast action rod.
Yeah,
Handle.
8-weight Sage TCX. But I can tell you the amount of fish I have hooked on that
On the
Cortland
other side.
225 grain.
Yeah, you put that under your pillow at night, don't you?
I do put it under my pillow. Saltwater fly fishing, rivers. Like really, this is an overly large fish, but it acts like
these
something in the
things,
15, 20 pound
They
class.
pull. Well, the water's cool, not super cool. And these things put up a great show.
Here you go, he's changing sides. We're a week from ice off here. Well,
That's a
Steve,
nice bull trout.
Steve, thank you for taking us out today. No problem.
Great.
That's something.
I know they're hot. Giving you respect, eh?
Yeah, it's a crazy day. There it is.
No, not yet, Mark.
Here he goes. Oh, yeah. Got him. You can see what we're using. This is a sculpin pattern, just like that bait fish. And you can see how that fish, that bull trout,
And the
thought it was
rabbit.
the- you see the rabbit, and it's got the razor, just the same markings right there as that sculpin had. Big eyes, 15-pound Suffolk's fluorocarbon. Super strong. And here's,
You want me to hold them out there, Mark?
yeah, actually, sure.
I
got the knife.
just can't believe the girth on these guys, Mark.
They are
Look at
stunning fish.
The pink spots just showing up.
Gorgeous,
Let
man.
that guy go.
Another one. Let's keep swinging these bait fish patterns.
He ate it. It was bobber down.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here he goes. He's going now.
Why don't we take this one to the beach? Ryan?
Oh, it's a nice fish, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty shot.
I'm gonna bring him right to you, Steve. Maybe. Look at that.
Well, this has been an absolute pleasure.
And a beautiful fish. Look how wide they are.
Nice job, Steve. Nice job, man. This water, with a camera, you can just take a look around here. You got the Rocky Mountains right here. And as you come along, you can see the size of this run that we're fishing. It's absolutely massive. That'd be a good, couple of football fields, and we're fishing right up to the head of the run. It feels pretty good, Brian. It feels pretty good.
I'll be your net boy.
All right, man. Well, normally I'm yours, so. Yeah.
You've got to love when that indicator goes down.
Incredible. Indicator fishing, bull trout. We're up in the Kootenays today. And this river is about, it's over 100 kilometers long, right?
Long system.
Long system, the Kootenay River. Look at that thing dog. Nose down in the gravel. Ooh, Sally. They can really dog like something.
I want to chase it, Mark.
Incredible spring. Now these are all bull trout, Brian.
They're all wild. Wild bull trout that's basically reside in the river 365 days a year.
There he is.
Good job.
All right. Nice. Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
Job.
That was great. That's ridiculously good. Nice shot right there.
Oh man, you guys hurry up and take the pictures. What tactics you use, Steve?
Well, the fish seem to prey on the sculpin and the Rocky Mountain whitefish. The Rocky Mountain whitefish is a big target of these bull trout. We've got bulls in excess of 20 pounds. Fish eaters. Big fish eat little fish.
Piscivorous fish.
Yes.
And kokanee come up here.
Kokanee in the fall can be a lot of fun.
They love.
They love
Kokanee.
the kokanee and the small cutthroat that feed on the kokanee eggs. Yeah, it's all good.
So we're targeting meat eaters.
Big fish eat little fish.
And these bull trout are in this system year round, but you primarily target them spring and fall.
Yeah, it was pretty locked up a few weeks ago with the ice on there. So yeah, the season is just starting now. We're just getting underway right now. Looking forward to a big spring.
A little smaller one, Mark. Still
Yeah.
another nice bull trout.
There's a lot in there.
Oh, we'll get him. All right.
There we go.
Didn't want to.
There you go. Oh, yes.
I'll take the hook out for you, Mark.
All right.
It's coming to you.
All right.
So that little smaller fish, Mark, but it's probably 5-6 years old, that fish.
They're incredibly slow growing.
They're slow growing, late maturing, and but they live a long time. And they're slippery.
There he is. There we go. See you, buddy. Okay, here he is.
Nice fish, Mark.
I just can't believe just the way we're bumping bottom with those little flies and catching fish like this. Look at this.
There we go.
So you're saying they get in this system up to 15, 20 pounds?
We've caught fish in excess of 20 pounds in this system. Wow. In excess of 20 pounds.
All right, Mark. Well, that's a nice one, Brian. It's funny how the energy changes as the fish get bigger.
Yeah.
Man, I love big fish.
You can see the beautiful pink spots on them.
Unreal.
They'll not fully bright right now, early in the spring, but see what later in the year what they'd look like.
Oh yeah. I think we're gonna need the hemostats.
Might need hemostats on.
Hemostats here. Oh, they do have teeth, if you're wondering.
Mark, I'll let him go from this end. Oh, he's gone.
There he goes. Tell me about the Kootenays here. It's an incredible place. You've got so many rivers and lakes to fish up here. And you're guiding with Elk River Guiding Company out of Fernie.
Out of Fernie, BC, yep.
And we're near Cranbrook today.
On the Cranbrook on Kootenay River, one of my favorites.
Tell me some of the other systems around here that anglers can come and enjoy.
Oh, we've got the St. Mary's, we've got the Elk, we've got the Bull River, we've got the Skookumchuck River, all tributaries to this great Kootenay River.
Oh, you got a nice one on. Man,
I've only seen it flash once.
thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good fish.
Okay. Ooh, that's got some weight.
No, they're strong. These things are strong. Look at it, it's blowing bubbles.
You know it's big when it's blowing bubbles. Nice.
Man,
Big fish.
it's big.
This is a
big fish. These things, they just want to give up.
monster fish.
I'm amazed. Look, I'm putting
Look at the depth we got.
some brakes on.
Oh,
them.
we're not deep
All
there.
right,
I'm gonna get out.
I got him up. It's deep, Mark.
I don't think so. I got the net right here. I've said that before. Okay, I'll put you in ashore here. And then, what's a monster? I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to the beach.
Headshot, Mark.
You got Moby Dick.
Whoa! Good fish. That's over 8.
That's a good fish, Brian.
Oh yeah, well
That's a good fish.
that's got to be 10.
I'd say
With a
that's more
girl?
like 12, man. Wow. All right, let's bring this to camera. Have a look at this beauty. So put that down there. That is just a monster,
what a
man.
Beautiful fish.
Wow.
Look, it's got a very, very pale spotting on it.
That's probably one of the biggest bulls I've seen in about 10
Well, look at the
years.
condition factor. How wide they are. Are you good there, Mark?
Man, oh man. Well, welcome to the Kootenays. This is Cranbrook, British Columbia. We're with Elk River Guiding. Worked with these guys for years. They know how to put you in a big fish like that.
Look at that.
Isn't that something? Wow. All right. Ready to see this monster go? You
No,
want to get
no.
a picture?
Look this way. Perfect.
All right. Okay, buddy, thanks for the battle. Well, thank you, Steve, for an amazing day on the Kootenay.
That was great, Mark.
As usual, incredible.
Steve.
Great job,
Great.
Brian. Great.
I'd like to thank Elizabeth Lake Lodge in Cranbrook, British Columbia, and our guides Steve Harris and Paul Samsia from the Elk River Guiding Company. You really can't beat the fishing or the hospitality on their monster bull trout safaris. In my opinion, this species is one to protect in BC, as they can reach 25 pounds and be up to 30 years old. Very vulnerable to loss of habitat, pollution, or overharvesting. I would love to see this fishery move to non-retention or catch and release on this system to protect the future of this rare and unique species.